seal experts. We're talking about Shadowbox fences today. The most questions I get are on Shadowbox fences. We stained this one about 2 years ago, and it's about a 20 or 25-year-old fence. So come a little closer, and I want to talk to you about bidding these jobs, staining the jobs, and the number one reason why you're losing money on these jobs and why your customer is getting the short end of the stick. So this fence, when you start doing the math on how much material and surface area is there, we've got a 6-inch front, we've got a 6-inch back, we've got a 5/8 of an inch or somewhere around there, a 3/4 inch thick picket. If you double that, that's another 1.5 inches. That makes a huge difference when you're staining the sides of these boards. You've also got 3 sides of the 2x4 in every area, and you've got a ton of potential for overspray. It's a noisy street, but we're not going to talk about overspray. We're just going to pretend like we're factory finishing. If you do the math on an 8-foot section, you're going to have somewhere in the neighborhood of 202 square feet of coverage area that you've got to cover with your stain. If you've got an 8-foot fence, that is going to bump up a little bit. But at 202 square feet for an 8-foot section, you need to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 100 square feet a gallon. That's 2 gallons of fence stain. And most guys are paying $25 a gallon, so that's $50 worth of fence stain, $50.50, something like that. If you're staining these fences for 55 cents a square foot, you're losing money. You need to just quit. You need to go do privacy fences, because otherwise you're wasting your time and you're giving your customer terrible service. The only way to make money at 55 cents a square foot is to put half as much stain on. And I want to ask you, is this fence easier to stain than a privacy fence? Is it double the amount of work? Is it 5 times? I know it's probably somewhere a 5-to-1 ratio. You can do 20 feet of Shadowbox in the same time you can spray 100 feet of a regular privacy. So think about that. The math just makes sense. You can't argue with the math, you can't argue with the numbers. So I want to urge all the guys in these staining markets, you need to raise your price on Shadowbox fences so that you can give your customer the service they deserve. At Stain and Seal Experts, if you call us, we're going to be probably one of the more expensive quotes. We're going to be somewhere around $1 to $1.10 a square foot. That's going to cover us staining all sides of it, doing it properly, and we're going to take care of the overspray issues. But guys, just do it right. Do it right the first time. This fence was stained 2 years ago. It's 25 years old. It still looks pretty darn good for that old of a fence. Most people couldn't tell it was that old. So keep that in mind. When you're staining fences, you need to use the right amount of stain, you need to figure the right amount of labor, which is a lot more than a regular fence, and you need to plan on doing something to take care of your overspray. If you don't, you're just going to be wasting money, throwing it away in the wind. So go to stainandsealexperts.com. If you want to check out staininguniversity.com, that's a good place. You can figure out more stuff like this. You can figure out the stuff that we learned the hard way, and we'll teach it to you. There's a free group, there's a $20 a month pro group, and we got a $249 a month mastermind, and that's only for the guys that want to take over and dominate their staining market. So again, staininguniversity.com, check out our stains, check out what we do. Thanks.